The Harbingers is a fiction podcast about the first two magicians of our modern era. Adam and Amy were both grad students studying a long-dead language, academic rivals, and brief paramours.
Yes, I found her attractive, and we went out one time.
If you suddenly had the power and influence to change the world, how would you use it?
Literally the only thing that's a wrong answer to the question, what do you do if you get magic powers, is exactly the same fucking thing you would be doing if you didn't get the goddamn magic power.
The Harbingers is a new fiction podcast from the mind of Gabriel Urbino, creator of Wolf 359. If you like magical rivals, political machinations, snappy dialogue, and dreaming of saving the world, The Harbingers is a show for you.
So, now what?
You can find The Harbingers in all the places you usually find podcasts.
Well, hello there. Here we meet at the end of your calendar, or so I'm told. How did you fare this past year? Don't give me a hurried, polite answer. Really think. I'll give you a moment. From what I can see inside this head of yours, it seems cloudy, questioning. You don't know if you're doing the right thing, or if you even want the right things. Let me help you unwind a bit. Let's blow away some of these clouds. Find a comfortable place to lie down, or to sit. Somewhere you can be still for a little while. No, you don't have to go anywhere for the next few minutes. You only have to be here with me. Let your world overtake you after I get my time with you. For now, get comfortable. Relax your jaw and let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Now, take a deep breath through your nose. The deepest you've taken all day. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale through your mouth. And really let that breath melt out of you. You may even make a sound like a moan or a groan. Picture that as the stress escaping. With this next breath, I want you to breathe in your happiest memory from this year. Don't search for it. Whatever first comes to your head, no matter how trivial. Now, as you exhale through your mouth, relax your shoulders and your hands. Rest them to your side or even on your belly, where you can feel those deep breaths rise and fall. Let's do that for a moment. In. All the way down. Breathing in, you can smell something nice. You can't quite place it, but it lives in your memory. And now, breathe out. Let that anguish out through your mouth. If it helps, picture yourself breathing out a black, polluted cloud that disappears into the air and away from your insides. Keep breathing. Now, let your hips relax and your thighs. Keep breathing deeply. Now your ankles and your feet. You can feel your whole body go into a very deep relaxation. Your mind may follow too, but if it can't fall asleep, then let's go on a journey together. You open your eyes to see your lap. It is sat on a dusty and faded green chair, one of many in the lobby of this abandoned emergency room, a very old emergency room. It clearly hasn't been used in many years. Dust has settled on every surface. You look toward the front desk and see papers and files sat there as if an administrator had just walked away. But those too are caked in filth and yellowed with age. So, would you like to come with me to explore the rest of it? Welcome to Underwood Hospital, established in 1822 by Philip Underwood and Associates. Mr. Underwood wasn't a doctor himself, but a patron of science. He was a champion of medical advancements. People came from near and far for the experimental treatment that was administered here. While the intention may have been noble, oftentimes these experiments were incredibly unsuccessful and bordered on barbaric. The hospital was closed many times over the years, always reopening after appeals from lawyers and funding from wealthy patrons well after the death of Mr. Underwood. It's not very hard to understand. Being rich isn't enough for the wealthy. They also want to live forever. And this was the only place at the time that would embolden its physicians to just go for it, so to speak, in terms of medical trial and error. It closed for good in 1952. Paying or even tricking the poor into participating in these experiments didn't exactly fly after World War II like it had in the 1800s. The wealthy couldn't turn a blind eye like they used to, even if it meant no more inching towards that fountain of youth they so craved. I know you. You're champing at the bit to hear about what exact experiments went on here. Well, let's walk and talk. Oh, and keep your head on a swivel. This place is definitely haunted. I won't even try to convince you otherwise. If any place was to become haunted, it would be a place like this, right? I just wonder if it's by the patients rightfully still angry at their fate, or the doctors still looking for someone to poke and prod. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Oh, I know I'm not usually so upfront, but new year, new me, I guess. Let's go through that doorway. To the right of the front desk. The door there now sags, hanging on only by one hinge, the wood having rotted away. Here we come to a hallway that takes us to the oldest part of the hospital. This is where the secrets lie. We walk down a green tiled hallway. Photos of the original hospital, before any add-ons or renovations, hang on the walls. We stop in front of a black and white photo of the original nurses and doctors that hangs near the end of the hall. All of their faces stern. Some look downright mean. Hardened faces that have seen things. A ragtag gang of people who were not only okay with the goings-on here, but were the ones administering them. Oh, but don't worry about them. I believe we have our first patient. Just push open that gray door, and you can see for yourself. Oh my, I misspoke. Did I say patient singular? I should have said patients, plural. This is the old recovery room. No privacy here, not even curtains between the beds. Just an open room of blood and anguish. It smells like antiseptic and infection, all with a thick mineral coat of old blood. This looks to be the early days of cosmetic surgery. I see a lot of these are experimental breast implant procedures. Did you know that there was a whole lot of trial and error in the early days? They didn't start with silicone or saline, no. They tried sponges, rubber, tissue from animals. Oh, and this one is my least favorite. Glass balls. All of these materials shoved under tissue and muscle, turning to infection and sepsis, while the body rejected these foreign bodies. You see lying before you the silently wailing women of those developmental times. Before the rich sought immortality here, they started with something a little more tangible. Beauty. But these women you see before you, bleeding and screaming from beyond the veil, they sought nothing but care for things like household injuries or illness. But they made the unfortunate choice of coming to Underwood Hospital. And they woke up in a nightmare. Their screams just as silent then as they are now. You look upset. We can go. We can leave them to their agony. Let's move into the next room. This room is strange. There are so many contraptions. It smells of harsh cleaning supplies. But this one contains a light hint of vomit and burnt hair. There are freestanding bathtubs and operating tables, other gadgets and rigs that are unrecognizable without context, and I assure you, you don't want the context. When beauty was achieved, the wealthy wanted more. This caused the doctors to ask, what was death, anyway? Now, this is a tale as old as time, one you've surely heard before. Insane doctors who question the existence of an afterlife. They bring their patients to death, then attempt to revive them, then drill them with questions about what they saw, who they saw. Was there a light? Was there a tunnel? Were your loved ones there? Was St. Peter there? Who was there? Was there hellfire? What did you see? And as you can see around us, forming out of the mist, they were electrocuted, drowned, poisoned, strangled, suffocated, and more, I'm sure. Look around at their faces. Phantom hands of doctors no longer around, doing the deeds, pulling the levers, tightening the belts, pushing the buttons, plunging the syringes. Just like the other room, they all scream, but they can't be heard. They cry, they beg, and they're of all ages. The only thing they have in common is sheer terror. Most of the patients, as you can imagine, couldn't be brought back. And the ones who could were so discombobulated that they didn't have much to report back from the other side. This program went on for decades. Different methods were allegedly used, but the difference mostly came down to advancements in reviving the patients. However, these were the dregs of society, either plucked off the street or desperate enough to sign away their right to live through these experiments. Even if they were revived, they were just forced back into the great beyond, over and over, until they stopped coming back. You look a little green around the gills, my friend. Let's find somewhere for you to lie down. Oh, don't worry. Just step through these double doors. We'll get you on the mend. You can try turning around, but they're all waiting for you back there. The patients have all formed a sort of wall of pain, of anguish, of sadness. I thought so. Through the doors now. Here we come to the operating theater. A large, cold room. A blinding light shines down on a metal table. I told you I had somewhere for you to lie down. We are surrounded on one side by glass windows containing wooden bleachers for the medical students, of course, and maybe a few looky-loos. Oh, doctor, please join us. The patient has arrived right on time. Now, be good while the nurse checks your vitals. It's important to get a good baseline when doing this sort of experiment. This time, they're going to test whether a human can survive the pain of surgery without anesthesia. You'll be part of history. How exciting. Oh, I better get to the gallery with the students. They're about to begin, and I'd hate to get messy. Good luck, my darling.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
A cinematic fever dream based on the visionary game.
You did it, didn't you, Jimmy? You woke him up.
No one said it would be easy.
Return to Silent Hill. Exclusively in theaters, January 23rd.